Hello, and thank you for joining us. And if you're looking at this video, you are also at our website, unionofcredit.com. First, we're going to go over what all the excitement is about and what is happening at Union of Credit that isn't happening anywhere else. Then we're going to invite you to use one of our services and talk a little more in detail for those who might want to apply and those who may want to work with us. But why Union of Credit? Well, after the meltdown, which is the mortgage meltdown that we're all familiar with, a lot of companies were going out of business. A lot of property became available. And then a group of investors started forming for the purpose of giving hard money loans. Hard money lenders and private money folks generally charge from 10 to 18% interest for a 4 to 6 month loan, although they will go to 24 months and 36 for the right deal. Generally, in the past, you had to come up with 20 to 30% down, and that was just to get a lender to give you the other 80 or 70% you need to buy and fix up a property. So generally, a home up to a 4 flat in the residential market would be the limit that you could get a hard money or private money loan. And you had to have 20 to 30% down for a regular residential loan. So getting a hard money loan, while it was easier to get, a lot of folks don't have 20 to 30% down. Now, if you have 20 to 30% down, you do get a better rate. But now a group of investors came up with 100% financing for hard money loans. So you may qualify for down payment and closing cost assistance, which means a private lender will put up the down payment and closing costs, where you just need a certain amount of money depending on your income or history and background. You need between $3,000 and $5,000 enrollment fee, and that's refunded to you if you get the hard money 100% financing loan. Otherwise, you have to have 20 to 30% down, and we'll help you with no problem. But for those who are interested in 100% financing, we use a 70% loan-to-value rule, which is the ARV. Based on a 70% ARV, which is the after-rehab value, which means that if a home would be worth $100,000 fully fixed up and livable, then the lender will give the applicant up to $70,000 to purchase and fix up the property. Now, with 100% financing, no out-of-pocket expenses are needed for your down payment and closing costs. And as I said, other terms and conditions apply. Whatever money is required from you up front is given to you after closing, so that means that it is free to you, except that you do have to have some amount of what we call good faith collateral so that we know you don't back out of the deal. 70% ARV means if it costs $100,000 to where it's fixed up, then 40 to purchase, 30 to repair is 70. 50 to purchase, 20 to repair is 70. So however 70 works out, it has to include purchasing and fixing up the property. Now it's a top-heavy market. Thousands of people got pre-approved for hard money loans and for 100% financing and are now getting approved in this market as they did in the residential market before the boom. Except that we only lend on properties that are worth taking back if the applicant does not make the payment. So unfortunately, most of these applicants are first-time investors, and most also don't succeed at verifying the cost of rehabbing and the value of the property. That means the lender can't lend and investors start backing out. Those that want to lend money start backing out because the properties that you submit don't meet the 70% rule. And you have to pay for inspections. You are responsible for certain costs. So you could actually spend $2,000 or $3,000 just trying to get a property evaluated and still find out it's not approved. How do you find the property? One of our services, Offer Makers. This problem created a demand for companies because people couldn't find the good properties. So now companies that can make thousands of offers on thousands of properties just by finding hundreds of properties for these hard money lenders to lend on, and for the loan applicants to borrow from. So we make thousands of offers on thousands of properties, and we make money just by finding hundreds of properties that you can get a loan on. Now, with the big group of investors like Invitation Homes, Blackstone, go ahead and Google them, they're buying 1,000 homes a month just to rent out. So just to keep up with people who are able to get properties very cheap, they get them at 30 and 40 and 20 cents on the dollar, you would have to make 1,000 offers just to keep up for this month. Right now, the average investor would have to make about 20 offers to succeed in locating an owner that will cash out at 50 and 70 cents on the dollar. And like I said, that's fine, except that you would need at least, for instance, $300 per property to get it appraised. So you have to know the present value. And after rehab value, which is multiplied by 20 different properties, that means you'd have to have $6,000 in order to evaluate 20 different properties. And all of them may not qualify for the lender's funding. So you could risk just evaluating 20 properties, you could risk $6,000. Now, you also have to have earnest money. Now, let's just say they can ask for 10% of the total purchase price for earnest money, but let's just use the number 500. If you wanted to make offers on 20 properties, you'd need $10,000 in the bank for earnest money. Now, that's $16,000 that you would need to make 20 offers on 20 different real estate opportunities to be able to evaluate, give them the earnest money, then negotiate, and you still don't know that any one of these properties will qualify for a loan, 100% financing or the regular 70% financing where you have to have 20% down. You may be able to buy in certain markets where you hear the video telling you you don't need any money to make money in real estate. But somebody has to have money for earnest money, and it may not be you, and that's an extra step where you have to get a funding partner. And we'll talk more about that shortly. Okay, most smaller investors can't afford to make offers. So the truth is that most investors make a few offers and have a few thousand to invest. However, at that rate of a couple of offers a month, it could take months to find a good deal or a deal that the lender will lend on. So let me ask you, we made about 200 offers last week. How many offers did you make for the last 2 months? If you're not saying 100, 200, or 300, you're not moving fast enough, you're not making enough offers, and you may not be able to afford putting up the earnest money and evaluating all those properties if you did make that many offers. But you do need to make that many offers, and if you're a member of Union of Credit, you can make that many offers. If you're just listening because you need a loan, that's fine, but you need to know this. Union of Credit created a partnership which allows investors to make hundreds of offers and negotiate the price down as low as possible. We handle the earnest money. We verify the cost of repairs and the after rehab value and do the negotiating on hundreds of offers. We invest in people that also make offers on at least 10 properties a day manually, and using our software, they can make hundreds of offers. But just manually, the old-fashioned way that you've been using, our team makes 50 to 200 offers a day. If we bring in our software, which makes 100 offers in a week, well, 20 people can make 2,000 offers in 1 week for you if you're the investor. And if you only have a few people on our team working with you, the end result is, yes, you can make 100 offers on real estate properties a week using our program. And we loan money. Every day we contact hundreds of hard money and private money lenders, evaluating their program and offer them to our members. The restrictions are getting easier than before because of competition. We get paid an average of $1,000 to $3,000 of what they call points. It's 1% to 2 points, which is 2% of the entire purchase price. We split that with the person that refers them. So if you're looking at this because you need a loan, you know that our fee is pretty reasonable just to provide you the funding instrument or the funding venue. And if you also know other people that are looking for a loan, well, let them know about us, because we'll split what we make with you. So not only is this a place where you can get a loan, you can actually work with us, learn how to refer other people, help other people who need financing, who need to make multiple offers to find good properties, and also who want to sell their wholesale properties. And we split what we make with you. So now you can invest with us, get funded through us, and also make enough money to pay off your debt using our money. So it's the best of both worlds for individuals that need leads. That's how we make money. We generate leads and income for buyers, investors, realtors, contractors, appraisers, and attorneys, who in turn provide services, loans, and access to our members and applicants. The first time a company sells you something and allows you to pay for it using their money. So you may just need a loan, you may just want to buy a wholesale property, or you may need a job. You may want to share in the profits of other people who want to invest, or you just may want to find good wholesale investing and a good exit strategy and people that will help you flip that property and find an end buyer. Well, angel investors like our business model also, and therefore they've given us access to $60 million to become the biggest, fastest growing wholesaler and hard money loan resource in the country. The aim of this money is to buy thousands of wholesale properties, to create funding programs for almost any applicant using private money and hard money loans, and to hire hundreds of contractors, creating hundreds of jobs for people who want to work in this business, perhaps be a private lender, be a broker, be a wholesaler, and we actually sponsor you. So that's the best thing about our money, is we can sponsor what you want to do, add to what you're already doing, and fund things that you may not have been able to fund all by yourself, or work with you to make sure that you can fund projects that may need a collaborative effort of more than one person. So we're a member-owned private group. Our investors use our marketing programs to hire us to administrate over the transaction. So we generate all the funding and the payments and the closings, and we're hired to administrate, to make sure the properties are verified, to make sure we close. There's only two things I'm worried about, and we're worried about as a company, and that is the closing and the calculator. We have to close for anyone to make money, and the calculator tells us how much is being made and how much it's going to cost. So we hire management and outsource only to our members, people that have been in the business, have worked in the business, and have had some success. So we are also giving shares of our company, which means when we go public, anyone who's a member will actually own a part of our company. The total amount of people that are members in our group, well, they're going to own 50% of the group's intellectual property. They'll vote on how the group operates and how it invests. So contact us for your own tailor-made program, because if you need loans of $1 million, $2 million, $30 million, if you need a $50,000 loan, you may have 20% down, you may not have any money down. Well, private money, they can help. They're easier to get than hard money, but we also have hard money who have more established structures and repayment options, because a private lender can make his own options. Hard money lenders generally have a template. So if you're listening because you need a loan, that's fine. If you're listening because you need employment, that's fine. So let's just remember, anyone that's working with the Union of Credit, and I'm going to ask you to go to Union of Credit right now. If you go to our website, you can see that we have numerous services. If you go right under services here, you're going to find that we will post your property to over 20 sites instantly within 1 day to sell your property if you've purchased it and you're looking for an end buyer, if you fixed it up, or if you're a wholesaler. We make hundreds of mass offers on real estate. so we can deliver real estate offers directly from you to sellers. We give private money or hard money loans from over 20 direct lenders which will compete for your business immediately, but we have 300 private lenders and over 1,000 hard money lenders that we choose from to narrow it down to 20 that can do the deal and give you the best rate. You can become a hard money broker with us, which means if you're looking for a loan, how much would you profit if you were a broker that could fund your own deals and fund the loans of others? One of the reasons it costs you so much to get a loan is because you have to pay so many points. But if you learn how to become a broker like many of our members, then the profit from the loan goes to you. And I'll say if you're getting $1 million loan, and let's say your profit as a broker is 1%, that's $10,000 that stays in your pocket. So that's one of the reasons you see such high fees, is because you're on the other side. We bring you in the back office where you can actually make money and get the loan for others as well as yourself at a discount. We buy properties nationwide, so anyone working with us will have access to properties that have 20 to 50% equity, as big as hotels, hotel chains, all the way down to a single-family residence. You need multiple people working on your team. If you haven't succeeded in your last investment, it's because of your team. If you have succeeded, it's because of your team. But if you're on this call, it's because you're looking for another aspect of your team. And we believe in our services, you'll find that much-needed component to increase your closing or to increase your income or to give you better results than you had before. And, of course, our 100% financing, which is one of the hottest products around, means that with a credit partner or a funding partner or a rehab partner, if your deal is good, if your idea is good, that means we may provide someone with 700 credit that will sign on and guarantee the loan. A funding partner, which is a private lender or a hard money lender who will bring in that funding that you need, or a rehab partner who has experience, who can also help fix your property up. So Union of Credit may have some similarities between what you have heard and what you've been dealing with. But understand that hard money lenders are not going to give you a good deal unless you have all of these components in one. We profit from performance. We earn our money. Everything is based on an exit strategy and a closing. We give concierge service, which means our loan officers will help you all the way through the deal to a closing, and we're investors helping investors, giving cash, credit, and closings. So when you got investors helping investors, one of the things you can always depend on is that we know what you're going through. So just to give you a little information that you're going to find out when you read our website, 10 partners with 700 credit score got together with cash investors with at least $250,000 to create Command Credit. That means we could lend or buy anything we wanted to. This is after the mortgage meltdown. The door to buying that great real estate property and making a profit was finally here in a team effort. And we use that cooperative partnership with anyone in the industry that has a great deal, a great plan, and needs either skill, credit, or cash. So together we became the Union of Credit. And maybe this is the type of credit union you need. So let's have a happy transaction if you will give us a call and set up an appointment. A happy transaction is when you buy something and sell something and then end up debt-free. We have many happy transactions to share with you if you're looking for good news. And when you go to our main homepage, go right to the bottom here, download our phone app, schedule a funding appointment right there. Click us to call us, and schedule a phone appointment where we can call you. And, of course, go to any app, Google App Store or iPhone Store, and you can download our phone app, folks, which is called Union of Credit app. Thank you for joining me for this orientation. And please get back with whoever invited you to view this. And if you're just viewing it from the internet, then just please set up an appointment by calling us, and most easily and organized fashion would allow you to schedule a phone appointment and have us call you. So thank you for this moment of time. and hopefully it ends up being a future profit from this investment of your time. Thank you very much, and this is Union of Credit.